And for those of you that are new here, welcome to our channel. My name is Jessie.
And we're Moms on Crime. And today, Jessie is telling us a crazy story about murder and craziness. What do you got for us today, Mama?
Yeah. So today we have another crazy story. This is a tortured murder story. So yes, breathe in, breathe out. To be honest, when I was doing this story, when I was doing this story, I don't know, I had to stop for a minute. But once again, viewer discretion is advised, because there's going to be some gory details as to what happened to the victim.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we are going to talk about Kelly Ann Bates. This happened in the UK, so we are branching out of the United States. For Kelly Ann, she was born on May 18th, 1978 in a small town about 10 miles away from Manchester. Her parents, Tommy and Margaret Bates, they were thrilled to be gifted with such a very wonderful, blessing. Your child, that's your baby, that's your gift. They said Kelly was kind, she was thoughtful, and she had a very close and strong relationship with her parents. So at about when she was 14, her parents, kind of knew that she was dating a boy named Dave. So, you're a teenager, it's okay, they're dating. So they assumed that this Dave is a guy from her school. So they were okay, fine. Not until Kelly started sneaking out at night and sometimes not coming home for days. So of course her mom, Margaret, you worry about your child. Why aren't you coming home? You need to come home. It's okay for you to date, but you got to come home, But Dave, the boy, would call the mom and be like, she's okay. Don't worry about her. So they were okay with him at first, but the feelings of admiration, in an instant, it dissipated as soon as they met him, because they found out that Dave is not a boy from her school, but Dave is a lot older than their daughter, Kelly Ann. Margaret, the mom, even said, quote, "As soon as I saw him, the hairs on the back of my neck went up. I tried everything I could to get Kelly away from him," end quote.
That mother's intuition.
Ooh. Yeah. But Kelly, she was adamant to stay with this boy, Dave. Right? So this boy,
love is blind and you're young and you think you love him.
You remember those days when you're like, you were a teenager, you think he's my world, but really it's not.
Yes.
So this boy named Dave, his name is actually James Patterson Smith, and he was born in 1948. So you see the age difference. I didn't really do the math, but yeah, he's old.
Oh no.
I mean, Kelly was 14, So a little bit about James. He was an unemployed divorcee, but neighbors or people might, say that he's very proud. He's a proud guy. He's proud of his house. He's very well groomed. He does not drink. He's sober, and he does not smoke. But his 10-year marriage ended back in 1980. So I didn't really get anything about the first wife. There is no news or whatever, but I know they were married for 10 years and they got a divorce back in 1980. So shortly after, well, I know he was abusing his wife already. That's why they divorced.
Yeah. And anyways, trying to come across to your neighbors like you're some good guy and you're clean cut. You date little girls. So
yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure how old the ex-wife was when they were together, but I'm pretty sure young.
Mm.
And then after they divorced back in 1980, he started dating Tina Watson, who was 20 years old at that time. And this happened back in 1980 to 1982. But Tina, she was severely beaten while she was pregnant with his child. She was pretty much used as a punching bag. And Tina even said, at first, it was now and again, just a little tap, but in the end, it was every day. He would smack me in the face or hit me over the head with an ashtray. He would kick me in the legs or between the legs. And she was pregnant with his child. She even said that James attempted to drown her while she was taking a bath. So, but luckily, Watson escaped from the relationship in 1982.
Thank
So,
God. What a
after that
dude.
relationship ended, again, James did not wait or waste any time. He started dating a 15-year-old girl, Wendy Motorsheed. But she was also abused. And she was attacked. Maybe, I think she was washing her hands or washing the dishes or something. And he held her head under the sink with water and attempting to drown her. So thank God she got away too. So you see, he has a type. He likes them
the
young.
pattern. He likes
He
little
likes,
girls,
mm-hmm.
and he likes to beat them.
Yep, and he likes to drown them. For
there's so many words that I want to say
reason.
right now.
Oh yeah,
God. What a little.
Well,
oh my God,
save them because there's more.
Great.
So back in 1993, James began to groom Kelly. They met when she was 14, and that was during the time that the parents thought, oh, Kelly is dating a boy named Dave from her school.
So what year was this? Sorry, Mama. What year?
What 1993.
Year? So he was like 50, 60, 80, 47?
Like something. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell
almost
no.
50,
Okay.
I think.
45? Oh, hell no. Okay.
And Kelly Ann was 14 when they first met. So they met while she was babysitting for friends. And then he began grooming her, getting her ready or whatever. Kelly Ann kind of kept the relationship, not because she was shy that she had a boyfriend, but because of the age difference. She knew
He's a
that,
pedophile.
it's not exactly. It's statutory rape. No matter, they call it a relationship. It's not.
He's a freaking pedophile.
Yeah. So then 2 years later, Kelly left school and lived with him. So she was around, 16? And, but one time Kelly already left James and went back home because they were having arguments and stuff. And then that's when the parents noticed, hey, why do you have bruisings and bite marks, on your skin? But she would say, oh, they were accidents. And then eventually she went back and lived with James. And then days gone by, Kelly became withdrawn from friends and family. And on March 1996, her parents received 2 cards, one for anniversary, and I think it's a birthday card. And they were from Kelly, but the parents said they were not signed by Kelly. Instead, they were signed by James. So they're like, okay. And then one day, Kelly's brother went to their house to visit them, and he wanted to see Kelly, but James was like, oh, she's not home right now, And then even concerned neighbors had asked after her, but she was only briefly shown at a window upstairs. And the neighbor said that was the only time that they've seen her was through a window. So maybe she was already, you know, getting like bruises and stuff, and James doesn't want her going out. So on April 17th, 1996, Smith called the cops saying, "Hey, I accidentally killed my girlfriend. We were arguing in the bath and she inhaled bath water." So, you know, and then she died despite his attempts to resuscitate her. That's what he said. So when the cops came inside the house, they found Kelly's body in a bedroom, naked. And they said her blood was all over the house. And when they went in there, they knew exactly that it was not a drowning accident, because her body and her face, it was just so unrecognizable. It was just a horrific scene. So post-mortem examination revealed over 150 separate injuries on her body. Yeah.
What? Like, were some old and some new, or like all from one?
And separate. Yep. So they have the following list of her injuries. So viewer discretion is advised. It's very horrible. So they put scalding to her butt and legs, burns on her thighs caused by the application of a hot iron, a fractured arm, multiple stab wounds caused by knives, forks, and scissors, stab wounds inside her mouth, crush injuries to both hands, mutilation of the ears, nose, eyebrows, mouth, lips, and genitalia, wounds caused by a spade and pruning shears, both eyes gouged out, later stab wounds to the empty eye sockets, partial scalping.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
That poor girl, it's, oh my gosh. And then they even said, like, during the last month of her life, she was kept bound inside the house, and sometimes she was tied by her hair to radiators or chairs, and other times with ligature around her neck. That's why she couldn't leave the house, because she's just stuck.
All bruised up and
yeah, that's horrible. Even the home office pathologist who examined her body, William Lawler, said, "In my career, I have examined almost 600 victims of homicide, but I have never come across injuries so extensive."
Oh my God.
Even the people that were examining her and the cops, you know, the first correspondents, they were just in shock. So on November 12, 1997, at Manchester Crown Court, Kelly's family would learn for the first time that Dave is not really Dave Smith. His real name is actually James Patterson Smith. And this guy, the audacity, he even tried to convince the jury that, he said, "Oh, Kelly challenged me to torture her." He said that she used to mock his dead mother and emotionally bullied him. And then he even said that Kelly would hurt herself, give herself bruises, stab herself with scissors and forks to make him look bad to neighbors. So
I'm sure after you abused other women in your life, I'm sure she did it to herself.
Right. Because, you know, just to make it look bad, why wouldn't she just walk away?
What a dumbass. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay.
It's horrible. It's sad.
Yeah.
So it only took 1 hour to convict him of Kelly's murder and sentence him to life in prison with a minimum of 20 years. So after all that trial and stuff, the jurors, they were very much traumatized with, like, of course, when you're in there, they would show you pictures and then the story, and you see this man standing in front of you, you know. So they were offered counseling, and all of them accepted it. All of them needed counseling after that.
Oh my God. What? Like, oh,
yeah.
God.
It's crazy, and you know, like it's sad. Like, I don't want to say it's a norm, but like this is not rare, you know. Like, we know, or a lot of women, or not even women, but even guys, you know, are being abused out there. So I guess I picked this story so that we can, you know, show awareness that it's not okay. You know, you're a human being. Like, who gives that person the rights to treat you like that? You know, and I feel like sometimes these people, they're like bullies. If you stand up to bullies, then it'll stop. They're not gonna do it. But if you know, they prey on like people that seem docile to them, and that's not right, you know. So find help. I was reading this thing too, where some women said, yeah, I was in a very abusive relationship and it was so hard to get out. Like, I understand, you know, because I guess they're being brainwashed. There's the financial thing that they're thinking of, and if there's kids involved, they have to think about, oh my gosh, I don't want this person taking my kids, or you know what I mean. But then again, there's help out there. I know it's hard in the beginning. I also know some people that have been in a very, very abusive relationship, and at first they don't want to walk away because they're thinking of these things, and they're worried about what's going to happen next. But I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. It's not going to be easy. As soon as you walk away, it's not going to be easy, I promise you. But in the long run, it's going to be worth it. So please, if you know you're being abused, speak up, talk to someone, find someone. If you're embarrassed, don't be. It's not your fault. You didn't know. But just please don't wait till it's too late. Just, you know, start now. Plan something and just walk away. And if you're an abusive person, maybe you should get help, because it's not normal. Maybe there's something going on in your head, because it's not normal for somebody to hurt other people or torture them or abuse them.
And like, you first meet the guy or the girl, like you first meet this person, and I'm sure they talk themselves up and they make you feel good. You fall in love, and then the abuse starts, and then the mental abuse too with it. And I know that they will mentally beat you down and tell you that you're not going to make it without them. And I've known people in this situation, and the men control the household, they control the finances. So you think when you leave, you think you're not going to make it, and you think that you're not going to have money, and he might get the kids or whatever it is. But it's not true. It's not true, and you can make it on your own, and you will be fine. You just need to tell somebody. You need to get out, and you need to get the right people around you to support you, so you can escape it. And it won't be easy at first, but it will be worth it. It'll totally be worth it.
Oh my gosh, it will be. And then you're going to look back and you're going to say, thank God I walked out of that toxic relationship.
And look, he picked them when they were young, because they didn't have a gauge at that young of an age what a normal relationship was. That's why he picked young girls, because he's a freaking predator. He's a pedophile. He knew that they didn't know. They didn't have any other serious relationship to gauge that relationship off of. And that's why he was able to do it with them, because they were young and they probably didn't know any better, and they were probably embarrassed to admit it. And that is terrible.
Don't be embarrassed.
I wish the other girl's parents would have got him for like statutory rape or something to stop him. Way before that. That is
exactly.
Oh,
but it's crazy. So please speak up. Find help. Talk. If you have no friends and you feel like your family wouldn't accept you, go to your neighbor. It's not right. Nobody deserves to be treated anything less than anybody else.
That's
because you're
not
worth
love.
It. And
That's not love. That's not a normal relationship. That's not what happens. That's not everybody's relationship.
No.
At all.
No.
No, and you see in the end how like her family hadn't seen her and stuff, because that's what they do. They mentally abuse you, physically abuse you, and so they shut you off from your family and friends, and they make you think that they are your whole world. They're the only one who loves you, and you're the problem. And it's not true. You're not the problem. They are the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So please, please, if you're in this kind of situation, don't wait till it's over. There's a lot of places to go to, a lot of places to call. We are also going to link a phone number in the description box below. And if you see somebody, you know, like a couple, and they're kind of suspicious, and you know that somebody is abusing someone in that relationship, please speak up. Don't just look the other way and be like, that's not my business, that's their business. No, let's speak up.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
So that is our story, and that's our message for today.
Crazy. Well, guys, if you like this story today, I mean, I know it's hard to, but please like it and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. And then also, like Michelle said, towards the end of the video, we are going to post our missing person. So hopefully somebody out there will see it, and just, you know, to give awareness. And also don't forget to hit that post notification bell, or that notification bell, so that every time we upload, you guys will be notified. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We have so much more, and we will see you guys next time.